Hi YouTube. So today we are beginning another build. So in this box we have a Volvo A40 and it's been sitting here for I don't know how long, but it should have been built a long time ago. So I've built my Volvo A40 a long time ago. However, I didn't build it on camera. So I figured why not just build a new one on camera, just for the heck of it. I'm gonna build it anyway, so it's easy to just film it. Well, anyway, here's some info about the build. This is fully 3D printed. It's all plastic. There's only one steel plate on this, and it's underneath the tipper box. I don't want to dump it all the way because all of this will go out, but there's a steel plate on the underside here. You can see it right here, and that's for the tipping system to roll on. So this one has the same tipping system as the Komatsu HM400. I did that build on camera. However, in reality, I built this one first. So this right here is the very first A40 that I built. And it actually has a couple of mistakes and stuff in the design, but all of that has been fixed on the newer version. You can have cooling fans inside here, and they are 50 millimeter. This is the inside. It looks like there's a rat living in here, but I can assure you there's no rat. It's just me being sloppy with my wiring. And here you can see the fans. So there's really nothing special in here. You can barely see the steering motor back there. It's yellow. There we go. So it's sitting inside there. And yeah, there's not much more to see here. So we've got the front lights. I added these because we sometimes drive in the dark during night. And we got lights on the roof. So here's the cabin. It has mirrors that moves in case you touch something while you drive. And we've got quite a few details on this model. I put reversing lights on the sides, on both sides. And here we have footsteps. You can see one has broken off. I should really print these in TPU. I don't know why I didn't, because I printed this in TPU, so I'm gonna reprint this. And then here we have the first mistake. You can see this right here. This is the cylinder mount, or the fake cylinder mount, because these are fake cylinders, and it actually touches the steps. This is why it broke off. So when I was turned this way and I hit a rock or something, it articulated upwards. It ripped the step right off. So the newer version has a slightly angle on this mount, which prevents this from happening. We have a free floating tipper box on this build. What I mean by that is that you can actually open it, because the tipping system is not attached to the tipping box. Now the reason for this is because there's so little room inside here that I wasn't able to create a strong tipping system with a mounting point on the underside of the tipper box. So I just created a sliding tipping system, and yeah, I'm gonna have to show you that in the future because I don't want all this to just fall out on my floor. It's dirty in here, but it doesn't need to be that dirty. So as you can see, this has a tailgate on it, and it's just a mechanical tailgate. They actually call these guillotines. You know, the things that chop people's necks off. Don't need no explanation of that. So I think, yeah, there's probably more. It has a suspension on the underside, and they can flex. The axles can flex quite a lot. So, and there's one motor on each wheel, so we have 6 drive motors in total. So this is a 6x6 truck, and it can of course, articulate like the real machine. So on the back, we have lights on the tipper box, and we have got reverse lights on the frame, and panhard links to keep the axles from moving sideways, and they will also move with the suspension. Let's turn on the lights. Hold on. And this thing right here is some sort of what do you call it? Bushing? No. Yeah, it's flexible. This is TPU, and when you flex the axle, this is what keeps everything together, and it prevents everything from being solid and breaking apart. Because you can actually put a lot of load in this truck. The tipping system can handle 30 kilograms easily. And yeah. Here you can see the steps have been broken on this side as well. So yeah. Well, I think that's probably all the explanation I need to do on this build. So the new build will hopefully have some improvements over this first one. Yeah, I think I'll just go ahead and begin building. So before I continue, I'm going to explain that there will be press fit some bearings inside of these pieces, but I want to paint them before I press fit the bearings, because I don't want any paint to go down inside the bearings themselves. So it's the same with this piece right here. There should be a bearing on each of these on the inside here. So I'll just unscrew these once I've painted everything and put the bearings in. Alright, so that's the front chassis ready for some paint, and before I paint it I'll do some prep work. I have to grind down this area on both sides, and yeah, generally I will just grind it down a bit to make it smoother, but so far it's looking good. Next, let's assemble the rear chassis. Alright, so I'm going to put some wires on this motor now, because once I put everything in front here, these will be hard to get to. Now I'm going to extend at least one of these wires once I have everything painted, because one of these wires will have to go all the way back here to the end switch, while the other one will go to this area. We will have an end switch sitting here. Alright, so I know I said that I will press fit all the bearings after I painted all the parts, but I'm making an exception for the 8mm bearings, because they are already so big that they can handle paint, and it will save me some time if I press fit them now. This piece and also this one I'll press fit bearings, and this will be sitting in here, so it will be a little hassle to take it out once everything is mounted up. So let's go ahead and press fit the bearings. And you gotta note that this bearing should stick out about 3 or 4 millimeters. So it's important not to over press this. You might break this part. Alright, the rear chassis is now ready for paint, and I'll put it aside, and let's begin mounting up the axles. all the drive motors are now soldered up, and next up I'm going to put on the linkages for the rear axles. These are the rear axles. As you can see, they have these mounts here, and you can see this is the middle axle and this is the rear axle. You can see it says R right here. That means rear. This is the most rear axle. And this is the front axle. It has mounting ears on the sides here, and the cover is a little different. So they will sit like this. So because of the printing orientation, these parts, they look a little rough on the upper side here. So I think I'll grind these down to make them smoother and look better. So here they are grinded down, and the camera might actually trick you because this is smooth now. It probably looks like it's a little rough, but once I paint this, it will look a lot better than it did before. So now let's mount these onto the axles, and it's very important to remember that the long one should go on the middle axle and the short one should go on the rear axle. Oh, we got some support material in here, so I'm gonna use a knife to take that out. There we go. Alright, so now I'll do the same to the rear axle, and these are ready for paint. So here we can see all the axles ready for paint. Now I think I'll move on to the tipper box and prepare that for paint as well. Now before we begin assembling the tipper box, we will press fit these rod ends into these holes. The reason we do it now is because when these are mounted to the tipper box, it's very hard to get these pressed in here. So I'll do that first. The main tipper box is now assembled, and now all I need to do is put a steel plate on this side so that the tipping system can slide on it. So I'll go ahead and cut the steel plate now and glue it on the underside of this. So the tipper box is now ready for paint, and I can set this aside and assemble the tailgate next. So all the parts are now ready for paint, and I got some in this box, like the wheels and stuff. And also I noticed that I'm missing the roof, so I'm gonna have to print that overnight, and hopefully we get good weather tomorrow so I can begin painting this. Well, that's it for this episode, guys, and this build is going pretty smooth so far. And by the next episode, I hope to have everything painted, and hopefully we can install the electronics and have a working vehicle. So stay tuned, and I'll see you soon. Bye bye.